And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
Welcome, everyone, to Wednesday Night with Those Guys. And as you know, Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by those guys. And this is where we talk about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. And if the weather has been nice where you are, guys, girls, chat, please let me know how the weather is where you are and if you have been able to get out and fly your drones. Lawrence, how are you doing on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon? It started out really kind of with an overcast. We got rain and wind for the last couple of days. Things canceled and all kind of outdoor events was canceled. The parade was canceled.
Yeah, the famous Columbus Day parade was canceled. I have to leave the chat alone in YouTube and go back to it because that issue still exists.
Oh boy.
Well, it's all right. It just means I can't see the chat in real time until I shut the window down, go back through your page, and then go back in because we're live. Then it'll give me the live chat box and I can see everything moving now. There we go. All right. There we go. What's good with you?
I'm good. I mean,
Life is good, right? For once?
Yeah.
Shh, don't say it too loud.
Yeah.
You already know.
Years ago you would have said, I got some papers in the mail today, but I got some papers in an email.
You got a few pages in the email today. What did it say? What did it say, huh?
Oh, it was from SD. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from SD Builders.
Okay, very good. That's good news then. I like to hear their name before the holidays. Might be able to get a new watch. Anyway, welcome to Wednesday Night with Those Guys. What's up, everyone?
You know what? You know, it's when some guys win the Super Bowl, right, and stuff like that. And it's sad to say, but sometimes guys get into trouble and end up having to sell like precious stuff like Super Bowl rings. I've even heard people selling their Olympic medals to buy food, but I don't know what you're going to catch for all them watches, bro. If you ever get into trouble.
Yeah, I can't wear them all at once, right? I only can wear one at a time. I haven't brought one in a while, so and they be, when you don't visit the website in a while, they start sending you emails and advertisements and stuff. But I'm good, man.
Is that what it
I'll
is?
survive. And then an excuse would be to get one for my birthday / Christmas, being that it's in the same month. And I'd be getting ripped off anyway for my birthday. Your birthday is not in December. If your birthday's in December, you get robbed of a gift. Because if you don't get it on your birthday, they say, what? What?
Do you know how many years I've heard you got those clothes you wanted for school and them sneakers, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Because my birthday is like the second or third week of school.
Mm-hmm.
You got those nice clothes you wanted for school, right?
Oh, so you got that? Yeah, that's kind of messed up time too. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Or if your birthday's around graduation. But anyway, welcome to Wednesday Night with Those Guys, where we plan on having a decent show. We plan on having a decent show every time, but sometimes I never got robbed, John Olson.
Never got robbed.
That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
For what?
I don't even want to know. I don't even
Where were you at?
A lot of answers
John?
to that. Warren says my ex-mother-in-law was born on December 27th. Yeah, see, the problem with that, real quick, Herman, is when your birthday's in December. Mine is December 9th, right? So people who don't get me nothing on my birthday say, I got you for Christmas. And then I only get one thing on Christmas. Now, the people who get me on my birthday say, "Oh, well, I hit you when Christmas is there. Oh, well, I hit you off on your birthday." So I can't complain. Yeah, at least I'm getting something.
Mm-mm.
Disappointment and all.
No, my father was the birthday guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Like he wrecked school for me once for my birthday. Like
I mean,
the
huh?
$6 million man action figure
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the
I
with the
remember
with the
him.
capsule and everything. It was sitting right there when I got up in the morning, and I was not trying to go to school. But we had to go to school.
Wow. And a brand new toy, and you got to go to school. So you be rushing to get home. I know the feeling. I was
That's
like,
how they know how close the school is to the house.
yeah, I was like that with with a chemistry set. You're right. And how they know if you come straight home. That's
That's
it.
what I mean.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
all those other days when then you come home at like around 4.
Uh-huh. He wasn't bringing your ass straight home. Right. Now that day you get out of school at 3 and you home about 3:15, 3:20, you brought your butt straight home.
There was no traffic, right?
Yeah. I never get a Groundhog Day gift on my birthday, Gary says. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
but I didn't know they had gifts for groundhogs.
Well, yeah, his birthday's on Groundhog Day there in Canada. So I'm guessing.
Uh-huh.
I
Right,
don't know, man.
but that's not like a gift giving holiday that could interfere with anything.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's
Warren
not like
says,
if your birthday fell on like your parents' wedding anniversary and then they forgot each other
right.
but remembered
r-
your birthday.
Exactly.
Or one forgot the other and one remembered your birthday, or one remembered your birthday and the other one forgot everything.
Usually how it works,
But what happened?
something Claus Saturday Night Live skit,
Oh,
it's funny. You guys have to look at that. Not during the stream. Wait till the stream's over.
well,
Save
you
it and
know what,
bookmark it.
Lawrence?
Dan the man, what's up, man? How are you, bro? Why are people
Dude,
still buying DJI? Because they don't know what else to buy, Dan.
what
And then
happened?
when DJI is gone, and a few of those cell phone companies that aren't used by Apple, Google, and
Here
Samsung,
we go.
um,
Here we go.
they'll learn to buy other stuff.
Check out
They'll,
the
huh?
description of the stream.
Yeah, right.
But you know what I wanted to tell you about, Lawrence? I wanted to
What's
make
that?
this announcement that's coming up, and it's coming up real soon, believe it or not. Real soon. But that's that Vegas drone meetup happening September, September, but November 7th through the 9th. Guys, that is a meetup to be at. You know, if you
Yeah,
can actually make it, you plan to be there, you can plan to get there. It's a really good meetup, or if it's close by, you could drive out there.
it's over the
Uh,
weekend.
if you've never been to Vegas, if anything, that's a reason to go. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree.
I'll be honest with you. I've been there several times, and it's
I've never
always
been, and Vegas is a
been
bucket
a
list for me.
different adventure for me every time I go. From shooting big weapons to going to different parties and events out there, and uh, I've always done something different every time I've gone out there. Even though I've gone out there for the fights a couple of times.
Okay.
Oh,
You've
and they
gone out to
got
see fights, you said, right?
oh yeah, I've been out there a couple of times for the fights. But the fights are really getting expensive now.
Really getting expensive. Hell, I just saw on the news today to go see that play Hamilton, they went up $30.
hmm
It's now 360 something dollars per ticket. And we're not talking the bougie
That's not
seats.
that's not bad.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a
That's
$2,000. That's a
that's
$2,000 night because then right out the box,
how
how? Because out the box, you're spending $300 on tickets, so you're not going to
right.
go out to McDonald's afterwards. You got to
Okay,
go somewhere and get a real steak or some real seafood. So that's another buck 50, $200, and
I'm.
then
Where the hell did you waste the other $500?
yeah, well, Uber from one part of town to the next.
Nah, 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 nah,
You know, peak during peak hours.
nah,
You go from the
nah.
east side to the west side. That'll cost you, bro.
No,
You can get home
no,
quicker by car than an Uber going cross town.
no. I don't know. See, you gotta know how to do it.
And
It
then you
would
got, and
probably
then
be
hold on,
cheaper.
and then you got to leave a tip on the dresser.
It anyway. Um. Yeah. Wow.
It's time for the roll call.
Yeah. I think we should do roll call and talk more drones
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things
yeah. That's
and
true.
stuff
Before we go
and,
squirrel,
instead of you. I don't know. You you getting more and more like your man over
what
there every
raunchy?
day. Who?
Raunchy? I'm getting more raunchy.
No, you're getting more and more like your man Dan.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You heard that, Dan? He said I'm
How
getting
he,
more like Dan.
how
John says a stud like you, the women should be paying you for the privilege. Well,
see here we
there are
see,
there
see
are
here we
not a,
go.
there are not a whole lot of women that
Here we
do
go.
roll call. We'll get into that at another time.
Uh J- John, please don't. We need to keep his head in the frame of the picture of the screen.
All right, let's start with roll call. Quick
Okay.
shout
Who
out,
you
real
got first?
quick, to my Canadian friend, all the way up. Has he received a package yet? I wonder.
Who?
Jim's droning. Jim's droning aerial photography. Jim, what's up? How are you? Hope all is well. Shout out to Jim. Dan, the man, I got a compliment. Herman said I'm slowly turning into you. I guess the old you. Shout out to Dan. I think shit. Takeoff Clifton Land from the Bronx, New York. How are you, man? Peace and blessings to you, brother. I hope all is well. Gary, Grant Ariels, another one of our Canadian friends. We've got to get him back down here to the States. Cool Cat, how are you? I hope all is well.
Micah.
Thank you guys for coming in early all the time. We appreciate you guys. Waypoint, New England. I'm sorry, I didn't see you come into the chat, bro. I would have definitely said what's up to you. Warren, Akarasho, did you go walk that dog
What's
yet?
up? What's up?
Or you got it walking herself now?
What happened?
John Olson, Long Island, Strong Island. Hope all is well, John Olson. I didn't know his birthday was in December too. Jody Drone Shots. How are you, sir? Hope all is well. Louisiana Hellcat. What's good, man? Fellow LinkedIn personnel. Shout out to SJM Drones and Media Steve from across the pond. And I believe with that, that's about it. Oh, Rob Aviano. Rob C was here earlier. Shout out to you, brother. Hope all is well.
Rob Bong.
There you go. And that's that. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And did
Now,
you see the video that
what happened?
go ahead. Let's get on with
I'm
the
listening.
stream.
No, I'm listening to you.
Backpack Jack put out, posted it, and those guys, they had a pretty fun time over there, Marcus and his
I
place.
know.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
know.
That's another place that had a very good meetup. There were a lot of people that
I
traveled to
know.
that meetup. Marcus was there. Yeah, everyone knows him.
Yeah,
So
Marcus was there.
yeah, I don't know who else was
You know
there
what?
from the States. Rob says, "Why are you blowing us all up?" Oh,
Oh,
because that's part of roll call, Rob.
see, Rob, if you came to
Everybody
the
gets an
channel,
explosion. Everyone gets blown up. New York. Uh, it's the thing to do. And plus, it's
That's what
better
it
than that
is.
stupid bah, 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 horn that everyone freaking uses. You
That's what
know?
it is.
Yeah, man, definitely. An explosion sounds more manly.
Okay.
Sweet Caroline was there.
What happened?
No, I'm reading the chat. All right, what's happening today? What's
Well, there's a
happening?
lot of things happening today. I mean, I just
We got a good
wanted to.
stream
I
too.
just wanted to give out a couple of wrenches here and there on the
Oh,
in
okay, cool cat. Dan, I fix shit. Warren, Akirash. Wait a minute. Warren has cool cat and Dan are the ones that I see.
no,
Oh,
I've
Gary says that's true. Gary was there also.
yeah,
I
Gary
did
was
see a
there.
video Gary did put out a video in there. You gotta you gotta put out some more stuff, Gary.
We
I know you
saying
got
there,
a lot of footage from there.
it's too soon to give you a wrench, or should I just take it back, or what do you mean?
Too soon to give Dan a wrench? It's never too soon to give Dan a wrench. Which, FYI, I have to compliment you, Dan, because you've been inspiring me a little bit to eat healthy. I And no, seriously, he's every now and then I get tired of eating the same shit. So every now and then Dan comes on, and now the tofu thing you did the other day, you can keep that shit. But some of the other stuff with the chicken and the grilling, I take notes because I want to make stuff different. You know, you get tired of eating the same thing, chili, spaghetti, and then someone comes up with an idea for something, and that's what I do. You know, and he's getting all slim and thin and in love and everything.
Okay,
And good things are happening. Life is good, man.
okay,
Life is
knock
real good.
knock himself out over there
Yeah.
on his motorcycles and running up and down town. But
I've
yeah,
been losing weight, feeling good.
who you?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so. What is going on out there, Lawrence? What is going on out there? So, from what I'm understanding, the FCC is voting on new safeguards. Um, could this um hurt existing DJI models of the drones that they have out today? Well, last week, right, as we know, the FCC announced a new vote to that will is aimed at closing what they describe as loopholes. Um, you know, regarding the regulations of governing drone equipment, products, and components and stuff like that of companies that they, I guess, believe that they consider to be a security risk.
Yes.
Now, this vote, I guess, is to be on rules that prohibit the continued import, sales, marketing, and of the previously authorized devices.
You hear this?
Meaning,
Previously authorized, meaning if you brought one now,
right,
or
the
you own
drones
something
that,
now.
from what I'm, but how I take that is because it says the continuing, meaning that yes, the product is out now, but going forward after a specific time, it won't be able to, even though it has. Not that they'll disrupt what you already have,
Right.
but will be no more sales of what you already have, even if it's still out for sale. I guess it's to stop saying, say like DJI to say, well, let's, even if they were allowing them in the country now,
Right.
let's re-release all of the drones that we've released in the last couple of years, in the American market, because we know that they will buy them because they're in that market. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, definitely.
So, and I guess that's how that is where that loophole covers up. But
Well, you know what? it
Uh-huh.
had to happen because the United States, along with other countries that believe DJI, I don't know of any other countries that believe
Well,
DJI is doing what they're doing, but
but this
if
is
there are, we don't know about it.
right. But this is to go back to like I was saying with the drones that on from countries that they see as a security risk.
Don't you
Uh,
have pictures of some of them?
well, no, hold on a second. But what we have was talking about the FCC, right, and the covered list of companies that are like entities that are on that covered list. So basically, we're talking about components and parts because remember when it goes back to talking from the NDAA when they
Hmm.
were broke it down into talking about parts.
Yes.
So, like I say, that these things, like when you start getting to that, you start talking about heavily influencing of falling back. Even it could fall back onto because it doesn't specifically say DJI, you know. So when we know that China is the country that is the country of choice of picking. So how does that affect, say your FPV components and stuff like that? Because I know they're talking about they're set to remove millions of products off of online listings, and what they're talking about removing is either products that um, you know were never authorized by the FCC and products that they find that are on the barred equipment that is on
Well,
the U.S. list of barred equipment.
I
So,
get it. I get it. But can I answer? Can I
mhm,
answer Rob because he
sure.
says this ban, if it goes through, will seriously hamper first responders. That we know. A lot of municipalities do not have the funds to buy American-made products, but
Mhm,
we did do a live stream in the past that mentioned the government has allocated money to
mhm,
first responders as well as homegrown
mhm.
drone businesses to get started and
Well,
headed in the right direction.
well, you know what, Rob? When that time, I guess, comes, I guess there will be
Yeah.
an avenue
But
for
right
your
now, you guys have to
for your
do stuff with that.
organizations to be able to allocate whatever funds would be available from the government
Yeah.
to because it, and that is interesting. That's a good question that you propose because what do you do with all of the other companies that operate with this equipment when you just trash their entire fleet of equipment in one time, and their ability to continue in that ecosystem, you know, that's an interesting thing. You know, it already government agencies of saying their agencies are not allowed, and they're allocating money for them to be able to purchase uh, drones of other a source from other places,
Right.
not only
Right.
just here
Right.
in America, but other allied nations.
Mm-hmm.
So on the 28th, right, the FCC is going to vote, right, Lawrence, to close
Yes.
these loopholes.
Yes.
Um,
The 28th of this
I don't-
month.
right, right. That's what I said. The 28th. That allow coveted listed companies to continue operating in the U.S. And there's also talks, like I said, about components and parts. Once again, the
Right.
components and parts talk coming because this could affect even your DJI shell companies. We talk about these DJI shell companies. We mentioned them last week. We talked about it and how we're going to see a lot of them popping up. And the
Yes.
problem with a lot of them popping up, we know a few of them that are out, as far as Anzu Robotics and, Spectre Mini
Uh-huh.
and, the Sky Rover X1. We know about those drones and stuff like that, and it doesn't even stop there. It goes over to the Osmo Mobile as well as the Action Cam
Yep.
because the extra Muse and the extra Edge Pro. They look identical, and from all the stuff that
Facing
I've
the
seen of them,
internals.
they're the same thing. One reviewer I seen mentioned that the DJI mics don't quick connect to it. That's the only difference with the two products. So, so let's be real on it.
Okay, and I see where it's true. It's true, Rob. But Skydio was in the first wave that
Mhm.
attacked DJI. He says, "Where do the components and parts come from with Skydio drones? China, yes, they do, and or
Mhm.
other countries like Malaysia and places like that.
Um,
India. Hey, Eddie Nunez, what's
hey,
good,
hey,
man?
what's
How are
going
you,
on?
Eddie? So, think about it.
We're not saying no, Rob. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying that
definitely.
you got to remember there was a time, and I said this going back to when Tom was on the stream with us a few years back
Hmm.
when and I believe and there was I believe it was a stream where we actually had Sean on.
Yeah,
Um, and I said that DJI may have missed the boat on the get down or lay down plan when the United States first offered everyone the ability to get on that blue UAS list.
2 minutes till first sponsor.
And
But
that wasn't, and everyone jumped in my ass about the fact that the next Mavic for you to fly is not important because they're making big money on government contracts. And I was like, really? Okay, no problem, because I know DJI makes consumer drones. You know what I
true,
mean?
true,
So
true. And now also,
and
if you
and
re,
all hold on a second, and all of the companies that had joined that list before Skydio even came to birth were companies that had problems selling all of us drones.
true,
Now look at it.
yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. And I wanted to point out that now that they are putting away they're putting this into effect so that these subsidiary companies cannot produce anymore. There's already a list. You remember the phone company
Well,
Hawaii?
they're
They were
very well.
here,
Yeah, you're
huh?
right, and
They
they're
were here in the
aware of
United
all of these
States and they were
companies.
selling better than American phones. Why? Because they were cheaper, etc. Until someone found out that their servers were attached to something military, supposedly like DJI, but they did find proof on them. There are companies ZTE, Vision, China Mobile, and China Telecom, which are both have ties
Uh,
to
Parrot
political
did.
and military, huh?
I was just answering James. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
to political and military um companies over in China. So this list will get bigger and bigger. FPV parts like a mother, most of them, I'd say 90% of them come from overseas. Do we make them here? Yes, we do. Of the same quality? We're getting there. We've improved in the last 3 years for FPV parts.
I say that, Draymond, because of Parrot. Parrot is a drone that I saw that started out in the Sprint store.
I'm listening to you. I,
No, I was just answering and Draymond why I say this about some of these companies that they were selling consumer drones that just weren't selling good drones.
true. That's true.
And Parrot is one of them. They
Look,
were
how long has
decent.
Procentic? How long has Procentic been selling drones, and they've never improved their drones?
I'm just saying to you that there's a lot of companies out there. I mean, Placentic,
But
I don't,
now, but now the
are they
government has,
selling?
but now the government has money that they
Mhm.
claim they will be putting aside for homegrown drone businesses, flight control companies,
Yeah,
drone
okay.
businesses. We saw Brink
I,
do it
I I
on their
believe
own.
that I believe that that's only for military contracts.
Yeah, I would tend to think so too. I'm trying to be nice about it though.
Yeah.
We got
And
a
like I
sponsor.
said,
We're
with
1 minute
this,
past that sponsor.
okay, well, let's go to the sponsor and come right back.
For a live stream that talks about everything in the drone world. Tune in every Wednesday night to Wednesday Night with those guys.
Yeah. Now, what I was saying is, this is probably going to happen more than likely. I don't see, well, maybe. Well, we'll see. Like I said, it's the end of the year is drawing near, and
I believe it
they're
is also.
voting on the 28th on this, and we'll see what happens as far as that is concerned.
Jim
Um,
Zoning says your government doesn't care about RC hobbies. No, they do not. They do not.
uh, Not really. I mean, I don't think they gave it much consideration. Um, because no, I'll tell you that because see, drones actually kind of change things when it comes to RC. You know, the RC hobby has been around for a long, long time. Um, there's RC vehicles on the ground. There's planes, but most of these guys who are flying RC planes are flying in an airfield, and they're um, operating in an airfield. And these guys have gotten into doing little stunts and tricks with their planes, the same way guys have done with these FPV
FPV.
drones.
Right.
So, and then they're doing this line of sight.
Correct.
So, I think that is how the hobby has moved from tethered to untethered,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been able to have been, I guess, controlled until drones came about, and a drone needs to exercise its wings. It needs to be able to travel for it to be worth its while. You know what I mean? To sit stationary in one spot and just turn around in circles and see what you can see is not as much
Right.
fun
But
as
here,
being
the
able
Louisiana
to move
Helicam.
closer to a subject and get capture that subject or capture that subject from different areas, even though you're standing in one spot.
Louisiana Helicam, I had to agree with him. I believe RC isn't going anywhere either. If anything, it'll become more refined.
You understand? No, RC isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah.
the drones have just, like I said, the drones have just gone outside of the realms of being in
The
a
hobby.
closed place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that in the last, what, 10 or more years, and it's really gotten serious in the last 6 years. Like,
Right.
we're exactly, is it going? They got to do something.
We
I
got
figured they
two
to
more
do
wrenches,
something
Herman.
to, oh, they came in late.
Yeah. 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 You guys missed when we're giving out wrenches, but we're feeling giving today. The Louisiana and Can Fix stuff. He came in and said, "What's up, Herman?"
Who? What?
Can Fix stuff came in and said,
Oh,
"What's up, Herman?" But while you were
what's up?
talking, and Louisiana had just typed again.
Oh,
We
okay.
use we Okay. So if you give them two blue wrenches, then how
Like
is
I
it?
said, they came in late, so they gotta catch me
Okay.
on my next generous move.
Okay. So that means you got to get here earlier. Well, no, Louisiana was here. He was here. He didn't just get here. He was here for a while. He wasn't typing.
So
I can vouch for.
let
Huh?
me take Bill Coast to Coast's wrench and give it to him. And nah, let me stop.
NYC guy.
No, but
Yeah.
no,
Go
seriously,
ahead.
seriously. You know, um, the voting on this thing is coming up soon, soon, very soon. So
Yes.
we'll see what's going on with them. You know, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Now, who else you was telling me about?
Okay. Can Fix stuff.
Who?
NYC guy. Can Fix stuff.
He's not related
NYC
to the
guy.
other guy that can't fix his shit. No relations.
No relations. That's Can Fix stuff. Um, NYC NYC guy and Louisiana Helicam are the only three. That's it. He gave out five for the night. That's
But
more than
no, but
enough.
I'm serious. He's not related to the other guy.
I think so. Can fix stuff. I think is related to that crazy Floridian.
See, see, I told you, something wrong with him.
Anyway, welcome to Wednesday night with those guys, everyone.
You know what?
Show number 318.
Damn,
And
it's really,
that's after we started counting. We did
it's
quite a
really
few.
getting gloomy out there, Lawrence. But you know what? I want to talk about something that's a little bit nicer.
What's that? What's that?
Well, what is that? As well as from what I'm seeing here, and I'm quite sure a lot of people have seen it, but the Mini 3 has hit its all new low price in 30 days. On Amazon is slashing the prices on it on all three models, as you see, from
Yeah.
the Mini 3 with the RCN1 controller to the Mini 3 with
Mm-hmm.
the RC controller to the Fly More combo, which I honestly believe is probably the best bet, bang
It
for your
is.
buck,
It is definitely
because at
for
that
five
price,
75 right here. This is what you get. You get your
mhm,
three batteries, the RC style controller, the three battery charger, the little gay bag you can keep, but um and the
mhm.
drone itself. The fact that you get that, the N1 controller, all right,
Yeah,
because
I don't need any more of them.
because I gave mine away and I don't have a backup because now I have to
Mhm,
take my RC Pro back to be repaired. But
mhm,
I'll
mhm.
use my phone until then. It's not like I'm flying that much.
Hold on. Time out, time out.
I gave out my NC1 and I sold the RC to John Olson for a handful of dollars
No,
because
you
I didn't
didn't.
need it either. So I don't have a backup radio
No, you
like you
didn't.
like you do.
No, you didn't.
What happened?
You sold the backup screen controller with the backup with the screen on it that
The
you had as
RC, yes. Yes. Yes, I did. Because I was so freaking happy with the RC Pro, I said I'm going to get me another one. And now may not be able to get my hands on one. Isn't that something?
I think you can find that.
Well, you guys out there,
I think you can
DM
find
me a
that.
link for an RC Pro 2. I'm looking for a second one. Um, that's about it.
I mean, a lot of DJI stuff floating
I could
around.
probably find an RC
Getting
Pro
rid of
dirt cheap
guys
too.
getting rid of RC pros and drones just to get the Mavic 4. And Amazon seems to be clearing out the stuff. So, you know,
That's what I'm looking
you
at
might
right.
want to go over there and check
It's
them
funny
out
you said that.
and
I'm on
see what
Amazon
they
right
got over there, because Amazon is just cleaning house.
Yep, that's
They're
what Dre
cleaning
put.
house.
DJI
Yeah, they
RC. Wait a
cleaning
minute.
out.
RC
What happened?
Pro
Hmm.
controller. Go ahead. We can go on with the story.
No, I'm
With
just saying that's the place
three, three. Ooh,
to get that Mini
ooh.
3. What? What you find?
I paid. What did I pay? 200 and change. This shit is $400
For what?
for an RC2 on Amazon. Oh, that's an RC2. I went to RC. $270. That's not bad. I was looking at the wrong one.
Hmm?
Let me bookmark that
You looking at,
because I
you
think I
said,
only paid like 203 for it originally when it was new. So an extra
yeah.
$70 isn't going to kill me.
And how much is that one? Is it new?
This one is brand spanking new, and they
Hmm.
still have it in stock. In fact, here I'll show you guys.
Who got it in stock?
Amazon right here.
Amazon selling it?
Yep, Amazon is selling it right now. This is Amazon. They're selling it for $269 O3 transmission, 4-hour battery,
Yeah. It's
and I can
sold
have it.
and
And I
fulfilled
can
by
have it by
Amazon.
between
No, it's
October
sold
21st
by
and
what's that?
22nd.
ZG Tech.
No, it's not none of those. It's a real DJI.
No, go back, put it back up.
Hold on, hold on.
Now I'm gonna show you
Oh,
how to
see
use
who
it.
it's
I'm gonna
sold
show you how
by,
to
to
read
see
an
where it comes
Amazon
from.
ad.
Yeah. This is
I'm
a
gonna
good
show you.
hint for you guys to know if you get, because they'll promise
I'm gonna
you
show
they'll
you
get
how
it
to
in a
read an
couple of
Amazon
days.
ad.
They'll
Now,
promise you in a
where?
couple
Oh,
of,
go back up. Scroll back up.
yeah,
Go back up.
yeah.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Okay.
Shipped from Amazon. Sold by ZG Tech.
Oh shit, right
That's
here.
who's
Yeah,
selling it.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I got
So
you.
it's a third party seller.
Yes. So, and they say nothing about 2 days. They say between the 21st and 22nd, and
So
today's the
Amazon
15th.
has them in their warehouse.
Yeah. So it'll take about a week to get here.
Okay.
All right. That's cool. I'll
It might
probably,
not. It might not.
that's true. I'm going to order it anyway, probably later on this evening. Explicit. How are you? Welcome, bro.
It's good. I've ordered stuff from Amazon from third party sellers, and it's gotten here pretty good. I mean, like usually a lot of times it's the same 1 day turnaround. If Amazon has it in their warehouse,
Right. Well, like I said, I'm going to order it later on this evening, and then I'll have a backup. And it's true, Draymond. Amazon is clearing their shelves out because certain things you can get at a
mhm,
whim, and certain things you may have to wait a little while for. But they got their hands on it somewhere.
they might be empty in there for a little while because with the amount of DJI stuff they were moving, that whole DJI. So was it the mini? Was it the Mini 3? Was it Mini 4K or what is it? That
Hmm.
was the only place you can get it, right?
Rob Aviano said his Mavic 4 will be coming soon.
Okay.
So that's
He did the
congratulations on
Korean
him,
deal too.
huh?
He bought his out of Korea too.
I don't know. I didn't bother asking.
Oh
I didn't ask.
no,
All right,
because
what's
from
next? What's next in the news?
last time I checked, everybody was going over to what is that Vietnam to get them and shit or something like that.
Damn near.
No, but I listen, guys, knock yourself out, man. Enjoy it. I love it. Enjoy it.
Keep flying till
I'm
they tell
glad
you
the
you can't
guys are getting
anymore.
the drones. I'm just real skeptical about buying it because doesn't I flying enterprise drone. I don't.
Hey, Barkley
I'm,
says
I'm
D&H has the Mavic 4 Pro in stock.
okay.
Fly more in stock.
All right. Check it
Yeah.
out.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Well, Lawrence, going before we get on, let's get with this one here. From what I'm understanding, this is quite interesting. How news organizations are challenging the FAA's drone rules that would end urban journalism. Now they've attacked this before the deadline of there was the deadline to meet on October 6th, right? For your
Mm-hmm.
comments, but the news media collection has challenged urban journalism ban. Basically, what they're from what I guess what they're proposing or saying here is that this proposed Part 108 regulations would restrict news gatherers that are drone operators to Category 3 population density areas only, and that they claim effectively banning beyond visual line of sight for journalism.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. It's a major fight in this one here, and uh, I guess this is basically for where they're able to fly under that category would stop them from flying in major city areas and see this is how these things come. Yeah, and and shopping areas, I guess, like shopping centers and stuff like that.
Basically,
And
places of
near
commerce.
well, no, because not only because multiple family houses, so basically near like apartment buildings and stuff like that,
They couldn't fly
or
the
housing
projects.
complexes. Yeah, yeah.
You
Um,
know, that's kind of messed up, though,
this is
because
according to the news media collection. They've proposed this. They've this is one of the things that they're challenging on the FAA on that.
right. But aren't they coming up with the simple fact that we are like first responders and we need to be there if you're
Uh,
going to have
yeah,
a
kind of,
burden?
sort of, right.
Yeah, I think they should be classified in the area. Media should be classified along with first responders
Well,
because
they
now,
were essential workers during the pandemic,
exactly, that's my point. Along with the first responders, if
right?
you had a camera, you were out there working. I even
So
know a few people that weren't working, but they were out there with cameras like they were.
I don't know. This is an interesting argument that they have.
What do you think? What do you think? Should they be added to the list of first responders? I know the answer pretty much, but
I think so. I mean,
apparently,
they're there. They're there. Sometimes they're actually. Sometimes okay. I'll go back to the first thing that I've ever done. Not as flying a drone, but with operating for the news.
yeah,
I had to fly beyond visual line of sight to be able to catch them going all the way down to the bridge. That is the
by the bridge, right? I
sole
remember
purpose.
that New York one.
That was the
Yeah,
sole purpose of why he asked me for the footage,
right.
because I was able to capture them in a place where he wasn't able to be.
True, true.
Now, working directly with the news organization, we would have had everything in place for that flight properly. And we would have been able to go down to the bridge, as far down, all the way down to the bridge.
Right.
The issue that occurs here now is, like I said, there are points in time where, let's be for real, mini drone out over the water with the blue sky behind it, and you got these people that say like 100 to 200 feet off of shore. Your drone's really out of line of sight.
True. You see what Dre says? They could stipulate that you need press credentials.
You understand?
Now, see that's interesting also because
Oh, there's 100 ways of tackling it. I mean, yeah, you're right. I'm just saying to you that, this is their argument to us, and this is one of the things that they proposed that, came up, and as far as the argument, or not argument, but their comment and challenging the Part 108 proposal.
hmm,
I
let's see
found
where
that,
it goes.
yeah, I just found that to be a little interesting. When I saw that article come up. What'd you think, Lawrence?
Um, it's hard. There's the Earth and media is stuck between a rock and a hard place because here in New York they were already screwed out of the police frequencies. New York City now jams all police and emergency frequencies, whereas they used to listen to the news. They
Hmm.
used to listen to these police frequencies in certain neighborhoods, and that's how they got news. That's how they knew there was a fire going on in this building. That's how they knew, you know. But now that New York City's jamming all emergency frequencies, they don't have access to that anymore, and they're getting there late.
Think that anything that they've done as far as the frequencies
And I think this is the same
with,
thing.
with emergency here in New York has all been to stop splashing,
Well,
because there's been issues of certain frequencies being too close.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with you on that end, but in the same aspect also, there were people of the criminal element that could listen to these frequencies and know what was going on,
What
etc.
that's been going on
For
since
decades.
since been
I know,
since.
bro. Well, now that they're
They
doing it here in New
actually
York,
something. Oh, and that was actually something that was sold at Radio Shack.
right? You could get a radio, right? Police scanners back in the day. Yes, I remember. People could sit. It
It
was
didn't
like
only
watching
scan police phone
dude. It was like
radio.
watching TV. Some
It did.
guys.
It didn't only scan police radio. If you had that one neighbor that had the cordless phones back in the day,
Yes.
yeah, man, you would hear your neighbor on the cordless phone. Oh yeah, trust me. I've listen. I used to work at Radio Shack many moons ago.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
I used to take some of the stuff home and play with it.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But let me see. Who's police scanners don't work anymore? Correct,
They
NYC
don't.
guy, because of the simple fact the police jam all emergency signals here in the United States. I mean, in New York. Sorry, here in New York. It was something that they were fighting for because
Uh-huh.
their claim to fame, like I said, was the criminal element knew they were coming, which I know was a crock of bull also. But that was their excuse to get away with it, and it was passed.
Was
We
it?
used to, and back when we were flying drones, we used to have two frequencies, one for pilots, amongst pilots, and one to you remember Terman when the helicopter on the beach in Rockaway? There were about
We were
8 or 9
flying
of
all
us out
together.
there flying drones. Police helicopter comes down the beach and just hovers there right over us. We respect, give him way, and you hear over the police radio, oh, it's just a bunch of guys flying drones. And then they take off. And it was a good way for us pilots to also know if there was an emergency or something in the area by listening to
But you
that.
can, but you can still listen to the police radio frequencies.
Not anymore. They did not anymore. You can put in any NYC police frequency radio on this radio here, and you
Mm-hmm.
will hear. In fact, here's perfect example. This is the local precinct right here by me. Hold on, I will change it to channel B.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at some time and point, I'm hearing police. You always hear sirens all the time. When they key up, all you hear is static. That's all you hear is clicking and static
That's what
now.
it did to your radio.
That's what it did to the radio. The precinct is right here, right
Mm-hmm.
here. I can't hit it with a snowball, but that's all you hear is them keying up now. And I hear sirens going somewhere. Either you hear that or you just hear a lot of static going. Tss. All New York City police frequencies, police emergency, EMS, transit
Mm-hmm.
police, they all firemen, all of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, SWAT teams, all of those frequencies are now jammed in New York City.
Okay. You know what's crazy about that?
108 would
You
be
know,
said.
we used to fly with a bunch of guys all together. We used to have the radios to communicate, and we used to like you said, we used to listen to the police in the area to know what was going on.
Yeah.
And I forgot to turn mine off, and I went into the store, and the local police radio chirped up, and everybody in the store did the E.F. Hutton, like I was the. Everybody's head in the store was like,
Yeah, they thought you looked like a cop because you had it on a police frequency after flying Brooklyn Jimmy. What's good, man? How are you? I hope all is well.
"What's going on, Jimmy?"
Yeah. So we got like 4 minutes before FPV Corner, and then we will. We're actually 4 minutes away from a second sponsor, and I
Well,
had
let's get this.
alarms. I had alarms set tonight.
Let's get the sponsor, and then we'll go to FPV Corner.
Oh, we can do that. We can do that
All
right
right,
away.
we'll do that.
Nothing wrong.
We'll do that. That's not a
Let me
big
get
deal.
some stuff set up too. Hold
We
on.
gotta get stuff
Okay.
set up.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to
For
go.
who?
Let's go.
Okay. Jonah Deere, for those of you who are Part 107 looking to scale your operations and you just want to get out and do all the work and leave all the stuff in the office to someone else, then Jonah Deere is for you. Place to keep all your records, meet new clients, even show off all your work. Tools to make you a more knowledgeable pilot, then Jonah Deere is for you. Check out the link in the description. Jonah Deere.
Okay. All right. That's what's
And
up.
we're back.
And with that, we'll start
But
FPV Corner a
who,
little early. I
but
mean,
who
I
do
don't.
we have on FPV Corner tonight,
We
Lawrence?
have OG ShortyFPV, or they call him Shorty FPV.
Yeah.
He is an FPV pilot I found on social media, and let's get him on here first. And
Shorty,
How's everybody doing today, man? Thank you for having me on, man. It's a pleasure to be here, guys.
what's
life
going
is
on?
good. Life is good, man. Show you, the alarm even went off for our sponsor. We're ahead of the game.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that. Welcome,
Punctuality is
welcome to
king.
Wednesday night with those guys. Welcome to the FPV Corner. And I just got to get this out there. If you know people, we can't promise you 100 subs, but if you know people out there that want to come on the live stream and talk about what they do and answer a few questions, point them in my direction, dude.
Oh, most
So,
definitely.
so I
Most definitely. I got quite a
appreciate
few.
I appreciate you coming on. First of all, you want to tell somebody where you're from and what you fly, and I'll hit you with some questions and we'll slip in a video or
Sure.
two.
OG Shorty FPV. Reason it's OG is there were so many other Shorty FPVs I found online. I've been Shorty since I was like 13. It was my old tag name. Anyway, from Anaconda,
Oh, you used
Montana.
to write graffiti.
Yeah, a little playing. I'm up here in Anaconda, Montana, way up in the sticks with the Hicks. um, Yeah, I got into I fly FPV drones mainly with the goggles. I'm running right now my daily flyers. I have two. 5-inch. I fly the GEP RC Mark 5 HD with the DJI O3 air unit in it. DJI
I have a
goggles.
build right here with
Nice.
all of that. Go ahead.
Nice. I also rock the DJI Integra goggles and the V2s because I do have quads with Cadex Vistas.
So do I. Good.
Nice, nice. And then my other daily flyer is actually my first complete build that I did on my own. The frame is a little Triton 3.6 inch by jax3dprinting.com. He's based here in the United States. Very, very durable frames. It's basically a 5-inch with shortened arms. So the arms are just as thick as a 5-inch quad arms.
Well, that's interesting because we're big on promoting home-based, homegrown businesses here in the States, especially in the world of FPV.
Amen
So
to that.
if you have a link to him or something that you can send forward me, and I'll make sure we get it put out in the
Most
chat.
definitely.
And now, quick question.
Sure.
How long have you really been flying? Because
Okay.
there's flying and then there's really, really flying.
Really,
How
really flying, I would say just within the last 2.5 years. I've been flying all together, including like the DJI Mavic style drones. That's what I got into first.
okay.
I got into those probably around 2016, and I had no idea about FPV. And then right around 2019, I found FPV, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's like skateboarding in there. I've got to do it." And also, as corny as it sounds, like when I was a little kid, I always wished I was born as a bird because I've always had an affinity for flight. And then 2019 rolls around. I got into FPV. I'm an executive chef by trade. So I was working at a local resort, running it, making really good money. So I just went out and bought ready to fly Aris 250 XP 250B with the controller. Went and bought some cheap Fat Shark goggles. Got out, flew 2 batteries, and broke it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I immediately went and bought another ready to fly kit with another radio because I was like, whatever, man, I make bank. I'm cool.
Yeah.
2 batteries later, broke that. So I shelved it for like 2 to 3 years. And then
Really?
Yeah, about 2.5 years ago, I finally said, you know what? I got a lot of money wrapped up into this. I need to do what everybody recommended in the first place. Start on a simulator. And then from there, I just started. I had quit my job and decided I made enough money in crypto that I was going to take some time off. I took about 1.5 years off. And every day about 8 to 12 hours in the simulator and flying IRL. I racked up probably a good 1,500, 2,000 hours within a year.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and then I finally decided to get into streaming. And that just kind of elevated my stick time even more.
That's crazy because I would like to say I've been flying for 5 years now.
Mhm.
And honestly, I've been seriously flying like the last 3. And it seems that the more advanced I get with flying, the less I'm able to fly. The better I got, the less I can freaking fly, bro.
I know, right? Time
When I
becomes
was out there crashing in the bushes and hitting scraggle, I could fly all freaking day. Now I've grown up. I've got a job. I've got a life. I've got a girl.
You have to adult now.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel you.
Exactly. And I try to explain to people, if you want to know the difference of flying FPV from flying a camera drone, you remember the first brush you got when your camera drone took off and you got it in the air?
Ooh, yes.
Magnify that by 10 and you have FPV.
Easily by 10.
I don't care if you're playing cinematic or you're doing tricks or what, but that build that you have, I actually have that set up. You said that you got the music from where?
Epidemic Sound. So if you have a subscription to that, then you'll be all right.
Okay, so what I will do is actually lower it, and you can talk over this because this is that little Triton, your first build.
Be all right.
Yep.
It should be okay. Okay. Well, your first build, and we're all always proud of our first build.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't care what nobody say.
Amen to that, dude.
But you flying and too many trees for me. I'm a cruiser.
Oh yeah. See, so I had gotten myself. I forced myself to do a few things when I got into the simulators and started practicing. I knew that eventually I wanted to fly like tight proximity.
Yeah.
So I searched for like maps in Velocidrone that would match like real world areas that I would actually fly and couldn't find any. So I started building maps in Velocidrone.
Okay.
And then I would like build like 2 US building code house frames, like all 2x4s with like, you know, the roof trusses and all that.
Right,
and then, yeah, I would go in and practice in there. And you want to talk about frustrating? Oh my goodness. You go in there and it's like you're in a pinball machine at first because you can't do anything, you know, rapid stick movements, big stick movements. And then finally, you know, just forcing myself to do this and persevere through it, I got it to where I can get that really fine stick control. And it's allowed me to progress a lot faster than most people. But I still, when you get into IRL, you still have the nerves. What was that? I'm sorry.
On simulator, you're saying?
Yes. Yeah, and then I eventually transferred to IRL.
Okay, because I had Velocidrone also. Now I just use Liftoff, and now there's another one out now that everyone else is using that I just downloaded. But I haven't had time to get on it, but it has a lot more. It has race tracks, dirt tracks, and it's one of the newer ones.
Oh, Uncrashed.
Yes.
You can. I have maps built in there as well. Just search for ShortyFPV maps in the map editor. You'll find them.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah, seriously.
That's
and one other person. He's out in Brooklyn, Mr. Raw FPV. He does real world bandos. He's built Pilgrim. He's built Gates of Hell. They're all in one map, and he's done a phenomenal job with it. Seriously, yeah.
Uncrashed, right?
Uncrashed, yes. And then the one that
I didn't know you could search for other people's maps.
Yep. Yeah. Just go in and type in their name, and it should when you go into community, Then there'll be a selection up in the top right that says Steam Workshop, and then you can go in there, and there's a whole bunch of maps that people made themselves. And a lot of people are recreating. They've taken a cue from me, and they're actually recreating real-world environments, kind of like what Raw's doing now. And that's why a lot of people are actually gravitating over to Uncrashed, because you have a lot of real-world environments. And so, on a side note, I hate to ramble on. Years ago, there was another simulator out there called Trip, TRYP FPV.
I remember that.
Okay, it has come a long way. So when they came out, and I want to say it was like 2020, I was really excited because the graphics got into it, started playing with the physics. They were a little off.
The guy in the chat had mentioned Trip, lift off on Crashed and Trip.
Yeah, Trip is going to be the premier. So I had pitched to them years ago. I said, you guys need to get a hold of Betaflight and talk with them and see if you can implement their code. Well, they did it. Really? Betaflight partnered with them, so their whole PID tuning system in there is Betaflight's PID tuning system.
Get out of here.
Yeah, seriously, dead seriously.
Something new every day.
Yeah, so Trip has actually taken their simulator above and beyond just a simulator. It's actually a learning tool. You can learn about the physics. You can mess with all the physics, even down to the air density. Prop weight, all that. You can add all of your real-world
the physical characteristics of the drone, which is what you really need in the simulator.
Yes, totally.
Because there's no prop wash on some of these simulators and things like that.
Right. Yeah, you can fill it on Trip for sure, man. It'll let you know. And if your tune is off, it'll act just like your quad would act.
It'll vibrate.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
interesting. Now, have you ever considered anything larger than a 5-inch, like going 7 or?
Recently, I have actually. I've got a buddy down in Florida, Faceplant FPV. He just really recently got a 10-inch, and it's kind of anytime he does something, it kind of prompts me. I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to dabble in there. Maybe I want to dabble in like a 10-inch or something. I want to actually get out and do some serious mountain surfing because, like I said, I live in Montana.
That's bucket list for me.
Yeah, this area is beautiful for mountain surfing. I can, I kid you not, I can walk out my front door. I have 2 blocks and I can climb a mountain.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm in the forest.
Oh, shit. So hell, you can go outside and go for a cruise and come back.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot, I could just set it outside my door and sit on the couch and go surf some mountains.
You got to make that happen, man.
It's coming soon, guys.
I like cruising, and I learned to cruise because I originally had lived out along the beach.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the water. I learned to cruise above, just like 3 feet above the water. That was on Crossfire till I found out cruising that low with Crossfire doesn't do well over water.
No, okay, that's good to know.
No, definitely. So I went to ELRS, and I have that same respect, but I don't get no lower than about 4 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I get nervous over water too. Like very nervous.
You know what it is? You just gotta freak. I had to build a 5-inch drone. Okay. The guy wanted me to shoot. He wanted to record my drone with a camera drone, bird's eye view looking down on a lowly lit highway road, following it. Okay. I built it. I put lights on the bottom, everything. Took it out for a test flight. She flew great. Next week, I was supposed to go. I said, let me go take it for a test flight. We're going out this weekend. Cruising above the water. All of a sudden, video went out, and I could hear it. The video froze because I have V2s also. I could hear it to my left, and I knew land was to my right, and I got it maybe about what I thought was about here, straight in front of me, and I killed the engine and just heard it go kaboom.
Oh no!
I wasn't far enough over the land, but you live and you learn. And I put over $1,000 into that drone.
That and just
because of the lighting. Because from the bird's eye view, you would see the shape of the drone, and that's what he wanted to catch going down the road. But it is what it is. You live and learn. You get back on that horse and go back over the water, bro.
Amen to that. How did that video turn out, by the way?
I got the DVR to that footage up to the point where it froze.
Oh, gotcha. How did his footage turn out?
We never got to do it. The bird went.
Oh, I got you. I went
to test it
test fly.
during
That's
the
right.
week, and we were going that weekend.
Darn it.
to do
Oh,
it.
darn, dude.
So I was like, dude, I have to build another one. And he was like, you know, you just lost a bird. You haven't learned yet, have you? I was like, no, I'll build it and I won't fly over the water.
All right. We'll
That's
test it over dry land first.
that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. Oh, NYC, those some of those frequencies are working. I'm glad. Excuse me a second,
Oh,
Shorty.
you're good, man.
I was mentioning how NYC they had passed some kind of rule where they were jamming frequencies, and he's been giving me frequencies that work. The 112th precinct. Um, that's interesting to know because when we fly drones here in New York City, it's imperative that you know where the police are. If there's a crime going on in the area, you don't want to fly, and 2 blocks away there's a fire. You know, and stupid shit like that. So I've been blasting. I've been putting your YouTube channel and your Instagram on in the chat.
There's a link in the description for it.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Thank
Good.
you,
Good.
guys. By the way,
If
thank
there
you.
are people who watch the live stream afterwards, hey, Blind Neil, thank you. They some people can't watch, or some people are at work, or whatever the case may be. So there is a link in the description for both pages.
Marvelous. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you.
Like I said, if you know someone
No
who wants to
problem.
come on and talk FPV, because you fly Crossfire. What'd you say, Herman?
No, I said no problem.
You fly Crossfire, right?
Correct. Correct. Just because I was too stupid to figure ELRS out until they put the bind button on.
Yo, dude, it's definitely worth the conversion because I brought the radio that fits in the back. Oh, here it is. The module that fits in the back,
Mhm.
and it came with 3 receivers.
Oh, dang. Is that
For like,
the Radio Master Ranger
this
module?
is the TX12.
Oh, okay.
This is the TX12, but I used a module. It has ELRS internally, but I used the ELRS module because it goes up to a higher wattage.
Oh, you got the 1 watt or the 1.2
Yes,
watt? Okay, the
yes,
Ranger. I have
yes,
that same one as well.
yes. So, and I'm very big on. It took me a long time to get confidence. How long did it get you? Do you fly any distance?
Not long range yet.
What do you call not long range? Because I know a guy that says I'm warming up, and he's like 2 blocks away.
Oh yeah, no, I'll fly 2, 3, 4 blocks away. Sometimes, at least 500 feet away, but that's about the extent of it.
So to get this 7-inch, that would force you to fly because I have a FR7, and just to get it, it does about 63 miles per hour.
Oh yeah.
64 miles per hour. But by the time I get up to speed in most parks, I have to turn around and slow down
Oh
because
shoot.
there's not enough room.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can imagine with a big bird like that in a park.
So I'm interested, and I look forward to seeing you get started on the 7-inch because honestly, it's a completely different build from 5 inches, bro.
That's
You
what I've
got
heard.
vibration factors, you got motors, I have biprops on mine.
Okay.
So it sounds like this giant bus going by, but I love it.
That's awesome, man. I love
It's
this
real.
prop sound.
Some of them will get real floaty. You'll find out. You have to find the right props. That's a trick.
Oh,
If you're
okay.
going real distance, you'll see a lot of the guys that go really, really long distance use biprops.
Oh yeah. Okay. And that makes more sense too.
And the triprops, and they get floaty. And I did power loop that 7-inch, and I just want to let you know it was scary as hell.
I bet it was.
It's like trying to move a Cadillac.
I was just going to
You know how
reference
you turned the wheel on a Cadillac back in the day?
the big
That's what you're
76
doing when you're
Eldo.
doing a power loop. And then when you finally see the ground, you're like, okay, it's still coming.
Oh shoot.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. But you can't, I don't know too many people that freestyle with birds like that.
No, I've seen a couple of guys. They'll get out and do a little bit of kind of spangy maneuvers, but not too much. There's only a couple of guys out there doing freestyle sevens.
Okay, here's a question for you from the crowd, from the chat. Does your FPV, the Shorty FPV, thumb or pinch when he flies?
So,
great question.
Interesting question. Austin Inspired would disagree with me, and so would Alex Vanover. I fly what is called a hybrid grip. So it's mixed between, thumbs are on top, but my index fingers are in front. They call that, I can't remember what the hell they just call that thumbing.
It's considered thumbing because I'm trying to figure out how you would do that, and that
So
means you're holding the bottom of the stick.
no, not really. So I can show you right here. So when I fly, thumbs right on top, and then I'm just right here like this, pinching it a little bit.
Yeah, you're pinching.
Yeah, and it gives you just that extra precision work, as opposed to just kind of thumbing. So I'm locked in like this. My arm switch is right here, and I operate it with these two fingers, or no, these two, my middle finger, my ring finger.
Exactly how I fly the camera drone, and then sometimes I'll thumb one stick and pinch the other one.
Okay, see, now that I consider mixed grip, but like Austin Inspired and Alex Vanover would call that hybrid, which I don't think that's hybrid. That's a mixed grip.
So I had it wrong. I had it in reverse, thinking it was hybrid.
Yeah. See, well, and that's what those guys call it, but in my brain,
difference.
Right. But yeah, I guess you could still call this thumbing, but with that added stability, so you can get that extra precision work in.
Well, and that's interesting. Because, NYC guy says, I've heard of people using one hand thumb and one hand pinch. That is what you call hybrid. And then you have the phenomenal flyer. I'm sure you know him. Left arm or left hand?
One left.
One left.
Yep. Gosh,
he only
man.
has his left hand, and he flies with this hand. The radio's sideways. The radio is like this, sideways, and he flies sort of like this. I don't know how he does it, but he controls both sticks, and he's a phenomenal pilot, and I have a hard enough time with both fucking hands.
Right? I can only strive to be as good as one left. That guy's amazing.
Turn his brain into going up is this way and right is that.
Yes. The radio is literally sideways. He has a harness for it, and he uses his left hand like this, and he has a camera on his hand. He's called One Left. He flies freestyle better than some people I know that have been doing it with both hands for years.
Yeah, amazing.
And the only thing, I would try and get him on here, but I don't think he speaks English.
No, I think he's Czechoslovakian, Ukrainian, or Russian.
I was thinking Russian somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Definitely Eastern Bloc.
Yes, definitely over there, over on the other side of the world.
On the pond. On the other side of the pond.
Do you have anything you want to mention or promote that you're working on? Google Translate.
Yes, actually, I do. You guys know, I host a weekly community spotlight on Friday nights on the OG ShortyFPV channel. It's every Friday night, about 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We feature pilots from all over the world. And anybody that would like to share their videos, I'll be more than happy to try to get your content out there. Right now we have about 402 subscribers, and all of my subscribers, they know the drill. We're all on a mission to get everybody that's not getting their views and their subs. We're on a mission to try and get you those. Just like you guys, we can't guarantee anything, but we want people to see their content. My whole thing is we're bringing you some of the world's most amazing pilots that you've never heard of, but should.
Okay, that's interesting. The next question is: are you a 6S or 4S?
6S all day. I mean, there are use case scenarios for 4S for me, but I like having that extra bottom end power of 6S.
That's that caveman.
Right, more power.
Because I have this Gep RC Mark V. When I warm up, I use a 4-inch because I'm a cruiser.
Right.
But when I'm ready to rip and hit those speeds and cruise, get that speed blur out of the camera, you throw a 6 on.
Right? You know that.
Nothing beats a 6.
Amen to that. Except I've heard 8S is pretty fun. But yeah, speaking of Mark V, I love the Mark V so much. I own 2.
It's funny you said that. That's the first bird that I seriously thought about building another one.
Nice.
And I wish I would have, because the price of the fucking stacks have going up.
Yeah, they're doubled, almost tripled, man. They're like 2.5 times the amount now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. There used to be a time you could get a cheap stack for a 4S stack for less than $100.
Right, right. Now it's like
Now it's
whatever.
still, it's like 150, 200 for a 4S stack, and the 6S F7 stacks are, huh, that's half, that's lunch for the month.
Yeah, right. You ain't kidding. What I ended up doing as soon as like tariffs started hitting, I started going. I went over Rotor Ride and started buying all their T motor stacks, man, at the lower price. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna pay these high prices. I need to stock up.
Listen, I'm gonna try my best to come through your stream. Right now, it's football season for Herman and I. He's a defensive coach, and I'm the cameraman for the team. So our games are on Friday,
That's awesome, man.
but homecoming is coming up in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna try and make your live stream in 2 weeks and come through and say what's up to some people or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. And as soon as you pop in that door, man, I mean, even before then, I'll be advertising your guys' channel.
I'll give you a heads. I'll give you a heads up and see what we can do.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, I got a lot of cats that would definitely be willing to come on your show. Everybody that hangs out and part of the Shenanigans crew. By the way, you guys are now part of the Shenanigans crew. You guys subscribe, so you're part of the crew. We're worldwide, baby.
Thank you.
NYC guys, that's what's up. That's how you start out. You spread
Thank
little by
you.
little, like a virus.
Yes.
From NYC guy says the Mark V is heavy in his opinion.
Depends on what you got.
depends.
What is your all up weight, Lawrence?
My on this here,
On your Mark V, what's your all up weight?
I couldn't tell you. I've
Oh, okay.
never waited.
I never fly with a GoPro. It's always DVR. So my all up weight on it without the GoPro is like 671.
671 grams.
Yeah, and that's with a.
if I had to guess, I know I'm past 500
Oh, okay, okay.
because I had a TBS Source one frame at one time, and that thing was pushing close to 7 with the
Oh, yeah.
GoPro on it.
With the GoPro, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Now, I want you to come back on here in the future, man, because I want to see that 7-inch footage.
Oh, it would be my pleasure, man. Definitely be my
If you've
pleasure.
never built one, build one, because there's a learning curve, and I learned it from building 5-inch and
Okay.
4-inch drones. The learning curve about vibration and lowering. This is where I was forced to learn a little bit about pit tuning.
I appreciate you telling me that because I'm just actually getting comfortable about building and stuff. Up until that little Triton, every quad I flew was a bind and fly.
Well, no more. Now that you know
Yep.
to build.
No more, exactly,
Flux
man.
is
I'm all
your
about
friend,
building.
bro. I learned that. Flux is your friend.
Amen
Learn
to
use
that. Yeah, dude, I bought like probably about 50 pounds of flux.
Oh shit. Oh, you good to go. Listen,
Right.
man. We gotta get on with our next section of the stream. I
No problem.
appreciate. Actually, you got more time than people usually get.
Thank you, man.
Which is kind of cool because we started early and we actually went past the 20-minute mark where we usually.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
But I want you to come on. I get to stop by and show you some support on your live stream. Even I'm the cameraman. You said you start at 7.
Yep. Yeah, 7 p.m. So about 9 p.m. your time.
I'm gonna.
On Friday?
Right, there's a 2-hour difference. Yes.
Yeah, because you guys are on the East Coast. I'm way over in, like I said, in the sticks with the Hicks
so
in Montana.
Wait a minute. I might be able. I'll see. I'm gonna make something work for you, man.
Sure.
Thank you,
Yeah.
NYC guy.
I was going to tell you, I also stream this. I do open lobby simulator flying on Monday nights as well. That's usually about 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Nice.
So about
On
10
which
p.m. your time.
on which service?
We use Uncrashed. So we.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
down. I'm down.
Oh, yeah.
I seriously need to learn some tricks, bro. I'm
Ooh.
tired of cruising. I'm getting tired of passing the same trees and the same birds. I want to do some loopy, matty shit.
That's perfect because we issue challenges to each other while we're in there. We'll spectate each other, issue challenges, say, hey, try this, and then we'll teach each other tricks and stuff. It's awesome.
All right. I'm gonna hold you guys to that, man. All right.
Perfect. All right.
Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you very, very much, man.
Hey, real quick, my audio board is. You mind if I send a round of applause for you guys because my audio board is hooked up? You mind if I do that real quick?
Go for it.
Shout out to these guys.
Thank you
Yeah.
much, man.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you
no, you
very
guys are awesome. I do really want to say before I get out of here, because I do have to go back to work. Big fan of the show. I didn't realize I wasn't subscribed on my Shorty channel. I'm actually subscribed to you guys on 406 F or 40. God, I can't even remember what it's called. My original account.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can't remember what it is. I think it's 406 Shorty is what it is.
Well, we appreciate it, man. And come through
Definitely.
anytime you want, man.
Oh yeah, I'll be watching you guys every time you stream. You know that notification bell's hitting everything. So
All right. We appreciate you, man, and keep on flying. Don't
all right.
fly until they tell us we can't no more. Don't
Amen to
stop.
that, man. Shout out to everybody that flies and is flying. If you're interested, get into it, man. Full send, guys.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Take care,
Thanks
guys.
for
I'll see you
hanging
next.
out with us, man.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. That
Oh,
was a nice segment.
that was good. That was good interview. That was
And
good and fun.
I've been continuing giving out my wrenches. More guys are
You have?
getting wrenches. AZ Drone Dude just got a wrench.
AZ got just, oh my God, Herman, you running a fever? You've given
No, I'm
out
just
more
saying, I'm just
wrenches.
giving out. This is just today. This is a wrench sale. You
Oh,
know,
it's a wrench sale. So if you don't have a wrench, get in here and time is running out. We got 3 minutes till our last sponsor.
is
And I
that right?
got an alarm, 2 minutes till the alarm goes off. But
Well, you know what?
I agree with you. Actually, it just went off.
For what? The
To
sponsor?
let me know we got 2 minutes till the sponsor. You
Oh,
know, I appreciate that NYC guy. I want to try and have different people on here that want to talk about FPV, what they do, how they do it, and where they do it. So, NYC guy, if you want to come on in a week or so, hit me up on Facebook. I know you got me on Facebook. B Mac. I really prefer channel locks. What the hell are
what
they talking
happened?
about? I don't know. B B Mac. What's up, B Mac? How are you?
Channel lock is just a brand name of a pump pliers.
That's what I thought. That I didn't see the conversation. I missed the conversation. Yeah, NYC guy. I'm subscribed to you, and you do fly FPV as well. See,
And
see,
it's
see.
funny, if you go and you look at all of the pump pliers that are out there, I think channel lock does make the best one.
They do. They do. As a little boy, they did.
I have 100 pairs of them.
We've met. So why can't I place a face?
Who?
NYC drone guy.
Sure you
I'm,
did.
I know we met. He says we've met a few times at drone meetups in New York, and I'm trying to place the face. Give me a government, man. This is a
It's been a
face
minute,
only a
huh?
mother
That's
could
what
love.
it is.
You give, huh? Give me a face only
It's
a
been a
mother.
minute. But you know what, Lawrence? Let's go to this sponsor and
Yes.
get right back with some other stuff that I wanted to talk to you about real quick. Because some of it you might find really interesting. Who's watching you? We'll get right back. Nanook. For those of you who want 10% off on all your Nanook purchases, use Phantom Flight 10 for 10% off. They'll protect your drones, cameras, gimbals, watches, any jewelry, anything you find precious, from firearms to whatever. They make custom cases. Check out the description in the link below. Check out the link in the description below. Nanook. Yeah. Lawrence, I'm telling you, we've been talking a lot about security threats, national security, this, that, and the other. What makes this product safer than that product? And
Right.
honestly, the one product that we find that has never been really mentioned until recent seems to have a lot of stuff connected to it that can be doing or possibly doing some malicious thing. But what I wanted to talk about is the 20 popular apps that are watching you.
Yes. Yes.
There's a
Yes.
list of 20 apps that are watching what is going on in your phone.
Yes, yes, and really quick, and we've all submitted emails or clicked like or something on one of these things. Briefly, off the top of my head, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, LinkedIn, Amazon, YouTube, Uber Eats, PayPal, Uber, Google, Amazon Prime, Spotify, Snapchat, Shopkey, TikTok, Bumble, Gmail, Maxstream, HBO TV, WhatsApp, Duolingo, Candy Crush, Tinder, and Roblox. Now, I know just off the top of my head, Herman.
Now, we've given all of these things permission to go through everything on our phone every time we've gone into them,
Yep, yep,
even though they didn't need it for what we were doing. And if you have anything like Norton or any of those other security packages, they will tell you which apps on your phone are actually gathering your information. Like the flashlight on your phone, why does it need your information?
right.
Food for
I
thought.
right. I want to play. I want to play chess on my phone. Why do you need my contact information? But
I
you
don't know.
agree
It's
to these
just to
stupid.
me, it's just food for thought. I just put it out there to say, you know. But the one that I did want to get into that I wanted to ask you about, Lawrence, is you like Star Wars?
Oh yeah, hell to the yeah.
You remember the X-wing fighter, right?
Yep.
Well, out of Germany, there's a fully functional X-wing replica drone.
Yeah, I saw that video. It was impressive. Here we go. Hold on. Here it is.
It actually can fly 200 kilometers per hour, they claim.
Mm-hmm.
That's 124 miles per hour. They claim their top speed on this drone is 152 miles per hour, which is really interesting to me. Like I said, I liked it because of the whole Star Wars thing, and I always
Yes,
thought
yes.
that a lot of the Star Wars type of drones that were out there was just cheap toys. And this video, I don't know if you have a link for the video, Lawrence, for the making of that, of how he put together that drone.
Yes, I
He
do
started
actually. I'll
with
put it in the chat.
FPV flight, I believe, an FPV flight controller. He
Yes,
started with,
yes. I'll put it in the chat right
and
now.
he developed everything with it, and it's a fully functional X-wing fighter, and it flies fast.
Yes,
It's not
152
a
miles an hour at top
it's
speed
it's
and
not a cheap
cruises at
little
124.
it's not a little cheesy toy drone you'd buy at Toys R Us or something like that.
Right, right, right. And
Yeah,
I
are they
wouldn't
still around?
suggest it for the beginner FPV pilot either. But the guys from Germany, I put the chat in the link. He did 3D print it and he had issues of yes, I do have that NYC guy. I do have his channel. My problem is he's hard to contact. I have to see if I still have his phone number. Yeah, Charlie Mafia. He had changed his name to Suicide FPV and Retro
Okay.
Tech. He likes the old retro computers and Commodore 64s and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. He dedicated his channel to that. I do have that. Thanks, NYC guy. We met NYC guy Herman. He came with Charlie and Drone Bum,
Huh?
and he had to leave early. He came to our barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
He had to head back to the island. I think it was work or family, something family related or something. I remember. Yeah, Charlie's definitely a geek. Definitely a geek. He could probably be on that show that show I watch every day at freaking 7:30. What's the name of it? With Sheldon.
Oh, you talking about?
Big Bang Theory. Charlie
Yeah.
could be on Big Bang Theory, definitely. Yeah, yeah. He could fit
You
on it.
know what? I don't know. He might get annoyed with them guys.
Probably. 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 Change the whole storyline and then just start punching people. Because Sheldon needs to be punched. I'm sorry.
Oh yes, definitely. Twice a show.
Thanks, Gary. Come on, you guys, pull out those burner accounts. And give Gary those 3 more likes so we can hit that 20 likes tonight, guys.
You
We
know what?
appreciate you all.
The numbers are kind of
You know, I
loaded.
was having such a good time with the FPV Corner. I forgot to put dude's name up with the banner and everything.
Oh,
I,
you're
I
doing
had
real good.
everything here. FPV Corner with OG Shorty, splash on the bottom, and
Well, you're doing real good. But what I
hey,
want to talk about, real Lawrence, real quick, before we get into anything else, before we
uh-huh,
go in, because Amazon, like we were saying all stream, and this is the stream for giving away stuff on Amazon, or for Amazon to be highlighting the giveaways. But
yeah,
Amazon, right? On Amazon, right? You got the Power 2000 that hit its lowest price ever on Amazon, which is 939 right now on Amazon. You've got
yeah.
to check that out.
It's not going to
Check
get
it
any
out.
lower than that for a little while.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't think
until the
so.
holiday. Yeah,
No, I don't think. At least not until the holiday, right? And you
right,
got
right, right.
so many extras on it. You got the extra plugs on it, or the extra outlets on it. You now
And
actually have
see,
a true
ships from
duplex.
DJI Direct, sold by DJI Direct. So you are
Mhm.
getting it from overseas. Well, from one of their warehouses. Excuse me.
Yeah,
So
they
that
must have some type of a fulfillment center here. I guess I don't know
I'm pretty
because
sure.
when I ordered mine from B&H,
Thanks, Gary.
and once B&H sent me the thing that it was that I placed the order, then shipped, and it was here the next day. So I don't know. I know B&H has a warehouse in Jersey, and I know they used to have one in the what's that the Navy Yard,
Right.
and I think they moved over to Jersey.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up.
So yeah, that's what's happening there. But there's a few other things out there happening, Lawrence, that we all know about what's happening with the good old people over at DJI.
Yeah.
But DJI, for somehow, from what I'm understanding, has taken the Pentagon back to court. Um, DJI is pushing back against what they say is unjust U.S. ban efforts. As we know, the court has upheld the DoD's claim of DJI being a Chinese military company,
Right.
keeping them on the blacklist. Um, which I mean, under the section, what was that? The 1260H. Being listed doesn't mean that they're totally banned, right? I mean, they can actually still sell the products that they have now if you can actually get them.
That's
Um,
true. Breaking news: Action 4 is on sale for $230 on Amazon.
okay. See, everything's happening on Amazon this week. Um, what I wanted to say is that the thing that does happen for them is that you do cut off any federal contracts with this. You cut off any partnerships that could be going on with you and with them and any other companies here in the United States that operate under different orders. So I mean, it's a lot. Um, Judge Freeman rejected, as we know, um, their suit back in September, but DJI insists that the court's findings validate much of its position, I should say,
Yeah.
and as we know, the courts have found that they've really actually have denied most of the claims against DJI,
Mm-hmm.
and there was nothing that found that DJI was actually saying that they were owned or controlled by the Chinese Communist Party. So, I mean, this is what DJI is now bringing back to, I guess, to the courts to claim that the courts doesn't find this. So why am I still banned? Why am I going
Well,
through
that's only
just
fair.
being on that list and headed towards being banned? Um, you know, like we know, the courts rejected most of the DoD's allegations. I said, told you
Hmm.
that, right? I mentioned
Yeah.
that. But DJI notes, like I said, that the federal court has confirmed that DJI is not part of the Chinese
The
what do you
Chinese
call it?
military. The Chinese
Military.
military,
So
right.
they're not a Chinese military apparel. So let's look at this. These judgments against them, and I'm not saying that this appeal that they have is going to go anywhere or get them anything, and it's going to get you to get more DJI drones coming into the country. I'm not saying that because they've already stopped that. They found that loophole to stop that without the due process. That seems to be a thing. Um, you know, I don't know. I just don't see this getting much better because the fact that DJI's their suit was rejected based upon two things of the fact that they were recognized as a national enterprise technology center by China, and their this is the one that really kills me the most. Their dual use application.
Really.
Now, yeah, that was the second reason why they were
Well, yeah, that's to say it could still be used as a weapon of war.
right because it's the dual use. It's not. But see,
But
if they painted them blue and put red and white lights on it, or painted it red and put red, they would say the same damn thing.
right, right. You're 100% right about that. I do agree with
So
you.
that being when you talk about the dual use, right? That is exactly what I've been trying to tell you for the longest time. Their thing is not about DJI; it's about the consumer drone and how it's able to be used, the capability. Because that was the main thing, the dual use application. You're afraid of that drone's capability. You don't want it in your airspace.
Right, I get that. I get that. But DJI is not responsible for third parties that have decided to adapt their drones to fit drop mechanisms. Hey, Jonathan Jackson, how are you?
Well,
Fit
see,
drop
well, see,
mechanisms, all those different types of filters,
Jonathan Jackson, what's going on, man? But
extended
you're right.
legs, etc.
You're, you're right. But this is why I've always said that some of those accessories were dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some of those
That's
accessories are
unfortunately
dangerous for the
true.
perception for the perception of what we are actually doing. You know, I know guys would love to have fun with them, but they're not good for the perception.
NYC guy says you're not going to be able to fly balloons because of China soon. Well, here's an FYI tip for you about
Well,
balloons.
do
The
they make
state
the
of New
balloons in
York,
China?
the state of the state of New York has made it illegal to release balloons. A lot
I
of
think
people
that's
don't
a
know that.
no. I think that's an FAA thing.
That's an FAA thing. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I do know here in New York, if you're caught releasing a bunch of that, they're not going to run up and tase you and stupid stuff like that. But I think you could get into some kind of trouble, with
really.
with releasing them large amounts of balloons because of what they call a rubber jellyfish. There's
Mm,
the rubber jellyfish. It's a Nat Geo show, and the the rubber jellyfish are what happens to a balloon when it goes thousands of feet up in the air. Eventually it pops. And the way it pops, Herman, it has a bubble on top and little shreds. So when they
mhm.
fall into the ocean, the sea life thinks it's a colored jellyfish or a different type of jellyfish. And they often consume them.
Really.
Yeah, yeah. It's,
I
it's a
don't know
world thing.
about you.
It's a
I don't
world
know
thing,
about.
though.
I don't know about you
It's
and all of
happening
those
around the
other
world.
people who are worried about this jellyfish. When I see all this land that it could fall on,
Well, that too,
But
but they claim
I'm more
unfortunately.
worried when I'm flying my drone and I see one of these things flying in the sky. I know it has a string attached to it that you couldn't bother, you couldn't care shit less to take
Yeah,
off before you let
that's
it go.
true. That's what we
And
care about. We see balloons. If we see you're losing at about 200, 100 a month at this time. The police don't have enough time to fight crime. I don't think they're going to bother with balloon chasing. Exactly.
oh
That's
no,
my
they're not.
point. It's one of
No,
those things like jaywalking. I didn't know was
they have to
still
see
illegal
it.
in New York, but they did. You can get a ticket for jaywalking, but they
Yeah,
don't
they
give
got to
a
see
time
it,
for that. Right, right, and you have to see it.
and then they
That's
got to want to care about it.
Right, that's true too. And then like before this drone thing was getting crazy here in New York also, before we go into our next story, um a policeman, a lady, you remember that video I did with the Karen? Police
Yeah.
officer, while his officer friend was dealing with the lady, he was looking in his book for something to tell him why I could not fly on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And until this stuff slowly gets documented and amended into the police officers rule books,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of stuff that's still in the gray area when it comes to flying drones in New York City. We know you're not. We know they don't want you flying in public parks. We know
Mm-hmm.
they don't want you flying along the beaches when they're doing a search and rescue and or shark um, during summer season from Memorial Day to Labor Day. We know all of these things, but people still do it. So it is what it is, unfortunately.
You know what I wanted to tell you, Lawrence?
What's that?
Don't forget to check out for the on Amazon, guys, because it should be coming. Because I think this it's out of stock, but I don't know when it's coming into stock. But the Sky Rover S1, yeah, don't forget that one.
Yes, yes,
Another
yes,
one of
yes.
those mini drones,
Hmm.
4K camera
Listen, buy what you can, buy what you
until
freaking
you
can,
can't.
and until you can't anymore. Fly. Sorry about that. Fly until you can't anymore. I'm not saying go buck wild and be flying up and down 42nd Street. Do it within reason. Don't give
You
up
know,
to fucking tase you.
we're talking about drones and components and stuff like that from countries of uh that are on this entity list. I don't know, because here it is, Antigravity A1 landed on the Times Best Inventions list, and it hasn't even come out yet. It hasn't even dropped. I mean, it's dropped, but it hasn't shipped. No one's got it. No one's played around with it, tested out, and banged it around to see what's going on with it. But yet, it's on the Times Best Invention. I mean, we all knew about the drone and was, I guess, like a big thing for us, because it was like the all-in-one
Hmm.
design with the 360 camera, 8K, an 8K 360 camera. So I guess it was like special to everybody. But some people saw it as like maybe
A
like a
gimmick.
gimmick. Yeah, gimmick because it shot 360. But
That's where
I don't
everyone's going. That's where all the
I don't
cameras are
think
headed.
I don't think that people thought it out much as far as the fact that you're now shooting in all directions. You can get footage from every direction, and all you got to do is shoot, fly in one.
I agree that one
It's not
video.
so much of having the view all the way around and that absurd view, but to be able to get shots from different angles in less time, I guess is
Right,
what I'm
but
trying to say.
here's the kicker to it. That one video that you fly, and I have thanks to Jim's droning, I have an X3 that he gave me, and we have the spear that's for the Air 2S
Hmm.
that we use. The best thing about it is you fly one flight, and at one flight you can get multiple videos out of because it's a 360 world. All you have to do is learn how to keyframe. Learn about keyframing and marking. It's easy. Gary says 6 more likes and we can hit 30. Can
That
can
works
you
for
do
me.
it, guys? Gary, I I would like to think so, but it's a little slow tonight. had to go make a peanut butter and jelly. Those are the
Who?
only two DJI cameras I have, the Action 2 and the Action 4. The 4 is a bit more convenient for me. Oh,
Who had a
just
peanut
funny.
butter and jelly sandwich?
Huh? Oh,
Who had a?
Brooklyn Jimmy.
Oh,
He said a P&J, so I'm assuming that's a peanut butter and jelly. You
okay.
know, now
Now,
nowadays,
now, now, when you make your peanut butter and jelly, right? Do you use a knife or do you use a spoon?
knife, man. A knife. I dig it out with a knife, and that way you can layer it more. A spoon be ripping the
You don't
bread.
know how to make a peanut butter and jelly
The
sandwich.
spoon be ripping the bread, bro.
That's because you're primitive. You don't know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That's right, damn it.
If
Break
you
bread.
use a spoon to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches going.
I don't know. Can you guys? Okay, Draymond says, oh, see, Draymond says spoon. Jonathan Jackson says knife. Brooklyn Jimmy says sure.
Thank you, Draymond.
He says I use a
Draymond
knife.
knows.
Oh,
Draymond knows.
it's those.
Scoop. Wow. It's like putting plaster on the wall.
You know what it is? I like my P&J to have a lot of peanut butter, and I often tear the
Once
bread.
again,
Every time
spoon.
I've used a spoon, I've tore the bread.
Because you don't know how to use a spoon.
Apparently, I use a knife and put toasted bread. Now that's cheating. That's just straight cheating.
That's a
If
little
you're gonna
different.
toast, it's okay. It's doable. You could use toasted bread, but now I could probably use a spoon with toasted bread, but
Now,
regular
you know
bread.
what I like trying? You know what you should try
Gary
this
says
one,
knife
Lawrence?
too. What?
You know what you should try this one? If
What?
you can get the peanut butter and jelly, right? And you can squeeze it into a croissant and then dip it in egg batter and then cinnamon and brown sugar and throw it in the air fryer and make a crustable out of it.
That sounds pretty damn good.
You ought to try that.
Sounds like you've been contemplating that.
Now, I've done it already.
Oh, get out of here! You didn't tell me. You ain't put me onto that. You put me onto some air fry stuff. You ain't put me onto the good shit.
You got to try that.
That sounds like that place that makes the peanut butter and jelly donuts.
Oh, well, it's a little different.
Okay, all right, but you got an air fry. See,
But
knife to spread.
you
Lawrence
know what,
probably
Lawrence?
keeps the bread in the fridge. Bread be hard.
Yeah, see? See, let me tell you a little story. Let me tell you
You
a
know,
little
I
fact
do, Draven. I do.
about
You're right.
putting bread in the refrigerator. People think that putting bread in the refrigerator keeps it fresh. It does not. It accelerates the staling process. That's why the bread be dry.
See. I learn something new every day. So I got to have room do it with room temperature bread.
Gotta get a bread box.
All right. That's what it is.
Well, anyway, Lawrence, this drone will paint your building, and it's not from a sci-fi movie, right? You know that?
Really?
Lucid Bots, yeah, that is the robotics company that's behind the this drone. It's
I'm familiar with them from LinkedIn.
okay. So you are familiar with Lucid Bots,
Yes,
but
definitely.
the Sherpa, right? The Sherpa, it already cleans buildings and building exterior and washes windows. But now, what is it? Lucid Bots has adapted a model for painting and
Yeah.
coating. And the Sherpa happened to take on the task of coating and sealing the concrete at the Alcorn State University's football stadium.
Okay.
Where they use some heavy duty stuff there. What they've done was they were able to eliminate the time it would take to set up scaffold and get all of the equipment to the up on the scaffold and spray these this stuff and then break down the scaffold to drop down lower and lower and lower. So this drone was able to do that. One side of the building, I believe they said, in about 45 minutes.
That's what's up. Because I was wondering when that technology would transition over, but apparently they're one of the first companies to do it. And
Mhm.
kudos to them because I've been seeing their business get larger and larger. Lucid
Oh
Bots.
yeah, yeah. They now have a model of the Sherpa that has a spray nozzle for paint, and it can spray other stuff of that heavy magnitude that it's not water. That they can actually seal concrete.
That's what's up. You know how much time would be cut down?
Yeah, putting up scaffold and everything. They said that by the time you would get your scaffold set up, they'd be finished.
Right. And because it's tethered,
Right.
because
It's
it's tethered,
unlimited
it can
power.
fly a lot longer. And I think it can only go up to 16 stories. I think right
That's
now.
high enough.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. 16 stories is high enough.
That's high enough.
That's impressive, though. That's definitely impressive because whatever can get rid of a human and be done by a robot or drone, and
Well, I mean, I think it's more about the safety
it is. It
and
is.
the time. You know, you would have
Yes,
had to
it's
set up
160
scaffold all
feet.
over that stadium, and how long would have taken? You would have interfered with game times and stuff like that, or even any event you might have wanted to have there. You would have had to definitely do this during the off season when school was closed.
Yeah. Did you mention the 200 square feet per minute?
Oh no, but I'm just saying if they were able to get in there
That's a lot of
and
room.
get it done in that day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's impressive. That is definitely impressive. I hope Lucid keeps building more and more better drones. This particular model is way advanced compared to when they first started. When they first started, they looked like flying tanks. Now that they're more refined and they've
But
got their
it
thing
just
together.
has it just has that name though, like the Sherpa.
The Sherpa, right?
Yeah,
How much does that Sherpa cost?
I don't
In the
know.
video, I see that there's 3D printing houses. They are. They actually, and this sounds weird, but they are talking about sending a 3D printer that does printing of houses to Mars, so it could print a 3D structure using the Mars soil. Suppose I don't know, but something along that line. And I'm like, when you guys perfect it down here on the Earth, then I think you should send it up there and try something like that,
You know what
or at
that
least
tells me?
experiment on the moon first.
You know what
See
that
if it
tells
works
me?
on the moon. What?
That somewhere along the lines that somebody important is getting ready to mess with our water and our oxygen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's scary, but it's sad but true, right? They're making plans to leave the planet. Yeah, but I think the smart idea
Somebody
would
with
be
deep pockets is getting ready to mess with our water and our oxygen.
true, but that 3D printing houses, they are getting better at it. They definitely are getting better at it. I've seen
Really?
quite a
So let
few
me see if
different
I got this straight. For those of you who are in the chat, put a one if they're doing any 3D houses in your neighborhood.
types. I think we'd be happy. We are, Gary. We're good.
No,
We're
seriously, just
happy with.
put a one in the chat if they're doing any 3D housing work in your neighborhood or your area
True,
or your where
true.
you are.
Exactly, exactly. I know
So
for me.
they're not doing anything around here. So I don't know why you would need to go test this shit on Mars. Test it out here.
Right, right, right. No, I get
Test
it.
it out here where we live.
So far, I've seen them doing it out west. The videos I've seen have been further out west. So where the air is drier, but you would assume so it could dry faster. But Herman, it's that time, bro.
Is it? Wow. It's that time.
Already.
Look at that. Who knew? Anything you want to say to the nice people out there in the drone world?
Be safe, fly safer, try to be a better person tomorrow than you were today.
All of that?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, guys. And we'll see you next time with those guys.